Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 52 of On the Backs of Gods, which means it is our 1 year anniversary of playing On the Backs of Gods. We have stuck together telling the same story for a year now, which shows it can be done. Don't let them trick you. They'll show up.
Amazing.
It has been an astounding year.
Year.
And I have had the time of my life. It's truly been great playing with you guys and telling you a story and hurting you so deeply and emotionally constantly. But we've all come to enjoy it. And we're all going to work through it as a team.
Kitty.
It's taken a year, but in another year, maybe everybody's characters will be emotionally sound and capable. That's the dream. That everybody's okay in another year.
That's the dream.
So
what
once
our
again,
characters dream of.
Very excited, happy to be here. Love being here with you guys.
Yeah.
And I think
the best we got.
I'll go ahead and tell you, Max Audio is trying its damnedest. It hears us slightly behind, so there might be the occasional quip. And that's okay. I'm here for it.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm so sorry. Nana is just basically cursed with some kind of like time lapse, I guess. I don't know. She's permanently like 5 seconds in the past relative to everybody else.
Completely shit-faced. Nana will just be shit-faced for this episode. She's
like, actually, she might need to be.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You guys just won a nice competition. Speaking of the competition, let's talk about what happened last time. Last time, pretty straightforward. First off, we had Roshan go talk to Hertha, who found a letter from Dagwood directly addressing the entity that he made a deal with and does not understand, basically stating those things in the letter. Hertha being uncomfortable with this entity that Roshan doesn't understand in her home near her child. So she asks him, do not bring that around my house anymore, or we're going to have a problem. And Roshan says, sure, I can do that. And we'll see if he can. Also, Roshan walks in from one awkward conversation to the next as he goes and asks the Jarl if Tordrek could give a prayer before the signing of the peace treaty. And she tells him that she enjoyed his story about how Ave died. Which, you know, could have
poor bard get a break.
When he rolled better than me, I'll give him a break. But fair. That could just be her stating that it's a story. But then again, she does ask to speak to you later, but does allow you to tell Tordrek that he can bless the peace treaty after it is signed. So you guys are welcome to do that. The next thing that happens is 4 members of our party compete in a weapons combat battle royale style, accompanied by the chief of the coast, Chief Vandeel, and also a newcomer, a representative of Freyroon and Laminder, Gaza, played by our lovely Abby, who indulged me by playing somebody else besides Sweet Nice Saga.
So terrifying and so great at the same time.
Truly. The fight.
We're all a little scared and intrigued by Gaza.
Valder also participated. People were knocked out rapidly, and I will say most people were taken out by Gaza. But in the end, after she thought she was victorious, that orc resilience, 1 hit point left, 1 hit to the back of her head, and Gaza was down, and Lordborn was victorious.
That's my boy!
The Jarl said you can either receive this money right now, or you can receive basically a mystery prize. And seeing the gold in front of him, easy choice. Gold was picked. And with a victory shout of winners get kisses,
Gorbjorn is a child.
He went and found somebody to kiss who also was a winner. And Agnet and Gorbjorn kiss on the sidelines after this competition as the clerics all run around and make sure everybody's okay. And that is where we left off, with Gaza speaking softly to Freyroon. She gives a curt nod, a low bow, and then she takes off in a direction with purpose. All of you are currently present at this competition, as well as most people. There's the Jarl is here, the Chiefs are here, Freyroon is still here, Alec is still here, he came to watch the games. Is there anything you guys would like to do at this time, like at this field, if there is anything?
I want to have like a handshake with the chief I just fought with most of that tourney.
Yeah. You go over, and it is instantly clasps your hand, big smile on his face. Looking him in the eyes now, there is definitely recognition and personhood in there. But he grabs your hand and squeezes hard. And it just seems like his natural response in handshaking. But it is tolerable for you, could be less tolerable for others. And he laughs, really good job. And then he like pats his stomach, which is still mostly muscle. It's just a slight bit of fat around it. He's just like, getting old and fat.
Nah. If you want a real battle one-on-one, I would not mind sparring you.
Oh.
He smiles.
Sparring mates. Sparring mates.
I might have to take you up on that offer.
Hell yeah!
I just have to make sure that I am available, and like looks over at his wife, who is in hearing distance and has like one child under her arm and like one hand like around like the mouth of another one, who keeps trying to yell boo because she's not done.
Oh my god. You so nail small toddler girl energy so well.
I think it could happen. I'd like that.
I am going to bow, or not bow. I'm gonna bend down to the little girl that's like booing at me, and I'm gonna hand her a little gold coin.
She stops and she looks at you.
Huh?
I accept your bribe. And she takes the coin from you and shoves it quickly into her pocket. And the mom's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Like, no. I'm gonna have to start bribing him. And she smiles to you.
You're a bad influence, Gorbjorn.
Good job. Somebody has to knock sense into him occasionally. And she smiles, looks very worn out, but she smiles.
True.
If you ever need the help of Prince Gorbjorn, let me know.
Oh,
my
she
God.
Smiles. Of course. If I need the help of Prince Gorbjorn, I will call upon him.
Amazing.
And she like pulls a kid up. Van Deal? And she's like, of course. It's been an honor. And he grabs two and like picks him up. Dylan makes his way over and like holds his hand out to like the smallest daughter, who takes it, and she's like, okay, I'll walk. And that family starts to go on the move. Anything else, anybody? Well, there's just a gaggle here.
Yes. I had one.
Sure.
I kind of want to turn to the rest of the party that's remaining and sort of murmur under my breath. Do you know, I have a feeling that if anything has been different with Freyroon recently, something outside her normal character, who better to know Then Gaza.
I think you're right. Maybe we should congratulate her on a match well fought.
Yes.
Oh,
Maybe.
I was. Well, I have all these cookies, and I was gonna give one to all the competitors and everyone that won and everyone
Wonderful.
that. Yeah, we could do that. We can go over with a cookie, and you guys can talk to her.
An excellent approach, and perhaps if she's not comfortable with speaking on Faerun immediately, perhaps I can persuade her to spar sometime and get some more information from her.
Yeah.
We've until tomorrow morning when the signing is supposed to take place, so if I can fit in a spar with Gaza before then all the better.
Are you guys attempting to catch Gaza now?
What do you all
Or are you waiting?
Well, I want to get Saga wants to get a cookie out to everybody who competed in the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely anyone that she just particularly likes. So probably want to get all the kids, give them all
Well then,
well, and just everyone who's still
Aw.
around, really.
Yeah. The kids take them happily. Dylan takes one. He sort of like leans in. Have you been okay? Have you been feeling better?
Yeah. I healed up really well, and I just needed a good night's rest and everything. Thank you.
Of course. I wish I could have been more help.
Oh, you were a lot of help. Like you carried me around like a bunch. I really appreciate it.
Happy to have done it. I'm just glad you're okay. Also, these
thank
look
you.
great.
you and men
See
there.
me
We knew.
doing this either. All of that was robot mumble jumbo. I'll tell you that.
Great, wonderful, cool. Never
Back of
mind.
the bitcoins.
Bam, 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 bam. Like techno banjo.
My
Portrait-
internet is possessed by ghosts.
So, Roshan would like to when the chiefs split, he would like to catch up with Hertha, alone.
Sure. Alone.
I just wanted to tell you that I assume there's nobody around. Like,
I mean, if you guys are outside, people are there. It's just you can be not standing next to people.
and okay,
There's nobody around.
I would like to whisper to her so that people don't hear, and say, I think Jarl Torgrim's daughter understood the subtext of my speech at the feast. And I think she wants to speak again so that I can clarify.
Well, if you aren't interested in sitting in a jail cell, I recommend you keep to your story.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Short and sweet. Answer only what you need to. She has other things on her mind, so hopefully it's not plaguing her.
She didn't give me a time that she wanted to talk, just that we will talk later, so perhaps it can be avoided.
Let's try for that.
Thank you.
Of course.
And Roshan will peel off before they get anywhere near her house.
Yeah, aggressive. Roll perception for me, Roshan. I'll give you advantage.
Okay. Oops. 17.
Okay. As you turn to peel off, your eye catches something a bit in the distance, like you think you could walk to the spot in under a minute, but it looks to you like the way an area is distorted by heat, but that shouldn't be happening right there. Like it just shimmers and moves slightly in that space, a contortion of the spot.
But
it
I will immediately cast Detect Magic with my pact slot.
Sure.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Lights up instantly in a very familiar shape. It is the shadow. This is how it looks at a distance to you.
Roshan will approach it, and is it kind of out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like the middle of town, but it's not like the square or near the longhouse. It's just like an open space in town. And there's people at least a good few yards out, but nobody is paying anybody any attention.
Okay. Roshan will approach and then get out Ave's journal and then make it look like he's writing in it so it doesn't look awkward that he's just standing and talking to himself.
There's just one scribbly page. This is my I'm pretending to not talk to myself page.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get closer, it starts to reconstitute in the way that you are familiar with. A body that just has no definition really at the edges and occasionally shimmers and twitches where it looks like there's more arms, more heads, less heads. But the closer you get, it starts to pull itself more together, and it stands just in the androgynous shape of a person. And you can tell that it is looking east. Just standing there staring.
Roshan will approach it and ask, "What do you want?"
You walk over to it so that you can whisper softly to it. And you watch the side that you go into shimmer aggressively, jerk and like move in on itself and then come back into place. And it turns and looks at you. And it's just the vaguest details, just almost the idea of a face, like your brain just trying to give it one. And it looks at you. Why do you feel like that?
I'm going to ask again, what do you want?
It turns its focus back to the east. I need something. I need something. You need something.
What is it that we need?
You can see just like the slight movement of a head shaking, and then the aggressive jerk of another head move and then pull back in. I am not whole. I am missing something.
Is this piece of yourself in the east?
And there's a slow nod. I think I feel something.
And what happens when you are reunited?
I could answer your questions. I would know. I would be whole. I could tell you anything.
So what do you want me to do?
We are fermenting here. We are rotting. And we stay broken. Is that why you're afraid? Is that why you feel that way?
Roshan's not going to answer the question.
My gift, the only gift I could give, came with terms. We are not ruled by fear. We are not hindered by anyone. We thrive. We grow. We excel. We feel pleasure and we feel good. And we are not tainted by the world. We rise above us.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it.
You need this gift. I can tell. I feel it. It's important. Keep trying. I will help when I can. We have to grow. We have to thrive. Survival.
How do I find what we're looking for?
I cannot travel far from you. If we know it is east, we could go east. If I am closer, maybe I could feel it. Maybe you would feel it.
So should I just leave now and risk being killed the second I step outside of town?
I am asking. There is a difference between courage and stupidity. We go when we can.
Well, if you've got any other advice, don't stare wistfully off into the distance and make me ask.
Stares wistfully off into the distance for a moment.
Yeah!
Then I have a question.
Ask away.
Room.
You can almost see the look of contemplation. Why? The people here cry for someone in their minds. All of them. So many of them. It's loud. Why do they do this?
They mourn the loss of their leader.
I've gone to see some of them, to watch. I don't know what they want.
Roshan, after a few more seconds of wistful silence, will turn around and start walking back to the inn, probably.
You feel a hand grab your wrist. And then the sensation dissipates as its hand cannot stay corporeal long enough to hold you. This is for both of us. I know part of you is missing. We'll find it.
Okay.
And like that, it's gone. But you can feel it near you.
And Roshan will go mull that over while serving beer.
Hooray! Taking in
distract.
the mournful faces of all the people who are crying.
Back to the arena. Anybody else doing anything?
I heard Tordrick wanted to do something.
Ooh, what would you like to do, good sir?
Tordrick's gonna go get his winnings.
Oh,
Yeah,
heck
man!
yeah.
Go get it! Do it, bud!
You bet 5 gold, was it?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You find the person you made the bet with, devastated. You are handed 10 gold. You have doubled your winnings.
Tordrick does a little dance, shakes out a little bit, like yeah.
Ooh.
He then goes looking for Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Is she around?
Oh yeah. She's very present. The smell of burnt sugar permeating off of her, but she's here.
Okay. Tordrick comes running up to Saga. Hey, Saga, not to interrupt or anything, but I made a bet and I won. Here's 5 gold towards your temple, our temples, our sanctuaries. I'm not good with money.
Aww.
I usually drink it, so can you hold on to it and anything we need, you know? Any winks?
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. That. Thank you so much. Okay. I might need to talk to Gorbjorn. He kind of knows what to do about money.
Mhm.
Is that a bad idea or?
No, just something popped into my head, but no, not at all. You would know what to do with it for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I just normally I trade for a lot of the stuff that I do, or I like
That's what I
make
thought.
things.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if ever you're in a bind and the trading is not working, gold talks, or at least that's what us dwarves think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I'll talk to Roshan then. Maybe he knows a lot of things too, so he might be able to help. But this is awesome. Wow. Think of all the stuff we can build. I need to start drawing up some plans.
I'm gonna go see if I'm gonna go see if they got any animals. I think we need something that can move stuff along, like a horsey or something.
Oh, wow.
Horsey.
That would be really good, because then it can help. Then we could get out to the temple much faster, and then maybe they wouldn't be able to catch us.
Well,
And then we
that's-
wouldn't have a
that's-
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch us now, assassins. Horse with cart meandering down road. Catch us now. Losers.
It looks like a much more mighty force, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, instead of 2 people walking down the street.
Oh my god. Guys, don't dare. Please.
with that,
Fine.
Tordrick feels like he's did his good deed, and now he's going to take that 5, and he looks for Gorbjorn. Gorbjorn! Oh, that was amazing. I thought I lost my ass. But I owe you at least 1 drink of whiskey.
Ooh.
I'm
Uh-huh.
probably done handing the gold coin over to the little girl, stuffing Saga's cookie in my mouth. And it's like, oh yeah, drink!
Scorpion's having a good day.
What do you do?
Gorbjorn's having the best day.
Tordrick screams with him. Yeah! You know,
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, you guys get hyped. Are you guys going to make your way to the inn to go get drinks?
I'll pick up Tordrick and we'll run.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
And they are off like a shot.
I want to say I put him on my shoulders again, though.
Yeah, for the height.
Wind in his hair and his beard.
Oh yeah. He's
His
that way,
beard.
that way. There's a
Yeah!
Um,
So much to see up here.
I love how like the Tordrick
It really
Tower
is
has
great.
become a normal thing.
yeah. A totem of friendship.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Torbjorn Tower.
Wow. Who's still here? Nana, Saga, and Fen.
Yes, yeah.
If you are still
Should we
present,
try to...
roll insight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh. Let's see if I'm...
10.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
I believe I have it's either a 7 or an 8. My
Okay.
D&D sheet isn't coming up, but they're functionally the same.
Was there anything else anybody wanted to do while here?
While here... it has the field mostly cleared off.
I mean, a lot
Are
of
we
people seem to
mostly alone?
be. You are not going to be alone here.
Okay, that's fine. I can't think of anything else here. Did we want to try to catch up with Gaza? Give her a winning cookie?
Oh yeah. I thought I already did. Yeah, we can do that. Afterwards, I think I'm gonna go do some. I came up networking. That's a word that I've been using a lot, so I think I came up with it. I just wanna. Yes. I need to make sure that since there's so many people here and they're all happy and everything, I think it's a good time to start talking about Lady Seder and letting everyone know, because there's no more distractions from like the fighting and everything. So.
Will
Hey, you guys are gonna try and keep stride with Gaza, who has made some ground and
Yeah,
is
probably.
continuing to do so.
Sure.
Okay, we'll catch
Jeez.
her first then.
I will say,
Yeah.
Saga, as you are starting to go, you're like, okay, full skip. I have to use my full skip.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I have to
Sorry.
go into maximum overskip.
Saga, you remember when we were in Laminda, how I taught you how to dodge people and navigate?
Well,
a
there's not that many people. Is there that many? How many
Bulldozes a
people are-
person right over. It's
guys.
it's not like a crowd
Cookies
in
on-
that sense.
I feel like
On
from
the
the
head.
wrestling tournament, people would step out of her way. Like,
Yeah.
They best move.
Oh shit.
But Saga, as you're like, okay, you start to move and you kind of take like one glance back around at the people present, and somebody who catches your eye is Chief Alec. You watch as he finishes, it looks like he's speaking to the Jarl, and then he nods and moves on, and his face just, it seems like it just drops. And you can watch him physically struggle to put his face back up into a presentable kind of fashion, a very sort of forced half smile. And he starts to make his way away from the arena area.
Oh. I hand like 2 cookies to Nana. I'm needed elsewhere. And then I leave.
My people
All right.
need me. Skips this way.
We'll see you later, I suppose. We'll meet you, I guess. The mosaic. Not the mosaic.
yeah.
What's it? Oh,
don't
fine.
know.
We'll find you later. It's fine.
Lynn?
The mural? Like the temple mural?
We'll find
Yes, the
each
mural.
other.
Yeah, the
Somewhere.
temple mural. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Um,
Somewhere out there.
I'll start with team trying to catch up to Gaza.
I mean,
you
Fenrir's
guys
pretty
can do it, but you
fast.
have to like run. The only way you're
Okay.
going to catch her is by running. So you guys are welcome to run her down.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
All right, let's do this if we're going to.
you catch up. One moment. As you are running full speed at her, you watch her back tense. And
On
then
your
she
left!
glances back, sees you
On your left!
full speed at her.
You're hard to keep up with.
She does not stop moving. She continues to
That's
walk. So
fine.
you're going to have to like power walk next to her.
That's fine. Oh. Wanted to congratulate you on a well-fought bout. Also, Saga baked these for the competitors and wanted you to have one. Nana, make sure to pass along one of those cookies to Gaza.
Gaza glances over. Appreciated. And she sort of raises an eyebrow. A lot of urgency for a cookie.
Well, honestly, I simply wanted to let you know, away from prying eyes and ears, honestly, truly impressed by your fighting ability. The stories do not do you justice.
Compliment taken. There are no stories about you I can't compare.
A storied warrior of my village, I mostly stick to the shadows, hunting, keeping things on the down low. Not the same sort of path, but I have not had such a stretch of my abilities in a long time, and I appreciate it most truly.
Then you are welcome. She's gonna roll. Different rolls. Same number on the dice. I don't think that's fair. She takes a glance and raises an
mood.
eyebrow. Is that it?
Also, wanted to properly invite you for a spa. Perhaps either something early morning, if that suits your taste, or something late this evening before folk travel off to bed. Not right away, of course. I certainly still winded from my bout with you, but I wanted another chance to see your fighting style. Study your stance, if I may.
Tell me if I'm wrong. This sounds like a deception roll to me.
It's
Because you
a
want to
little
get her
of
aside
both
to talk to her
perception-
about something.
Sorry, deception. Oh boy. I mean, that too. Like, also, genuinely, that would be notes worth taking.
Roll both.
Roll both. Wow. Alrighty then. Yeah. Okay. And okay. So my deception roll. One second. They would both have the same exact modifier. So deception would be 17, persuasion 9.
So persuasion's a 9. Deception 17.
I'm persuasion's a 9, 17. Yes.
That's more like it. She fully stops walking. The soft banjo approaching. Ping, 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 ping. She looks to you. I'm actually going to be incredibly busy.
Oh.
So if there's something you want, you should ask now.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not up for a bout at the moment, although there was something I did sort of want to pick your ear about. I'm... Obviously, you've grown and studied much under your late father. Rest him well in Valhalla. But I never heard tell of Freyroon taking much after him in terms of her training or her... Well, I never heard much of her as a warrior, but she does seem very composed and very prepared to do whatever she must. I understand there are many things that happen when one finds oneself facing down the loss of someone one loves. But I wanted to know from you, do you find that she seems to be as she always has been? Or does it seem as though she's become, I don't know, more... I don't know if intense is the word, but more focused, more keen.
She has been staring you down while you talk. And she steps in closer. When I met Freyroon, she was a housewife. And that is the life she lived. She was akin to a mother to me. And she was quiet. That Freyroon,
Of course,
would doom Laminder. I do not know what has inspired her, but Laminder is thriving. And my loyalty lies to Laminder. So, if it took Herserson's death to bring this out of her, I am glad to see it. Are we done here? Sounds like we're done here.
so sorry.
Yeah,
I did not catch that last sentence. I hate my internet. I hate it a lot.
What was
I
the
wish...
last thing you heard? Yeah. I'm going to move along. I think that conversation was at its end. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and check in on Saga, who ran after Chief Alec Bromson. You full speed skip. He is much easier to catch. He is not walking with the full span of his legs with intention in a direction. He's just kind of meandering. So you're able to catch him.
Hello? Hi. Alec, Chief Alec? Oh, or Chief Bromson? I don't... Hi.
Alec is fine.
Hi, do you remember me and my group?
He smiles a little. Would be very hard to forget, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Probably seeing a lot of people, doing a lot of things. I just thought I'd offer you a cookie since I was giving one out to everybody. So here you go.
That's very nice of you, thank you. And he takes the cookie. Can't say no to a cookie. especially because you just look completely singed, and it's like a lot of effort went into these cookies.
It was. She put the chocolate chips in a Lady Satyr symbol, and that took so long to get them all like lined up. Yeah.
He's like, thank you. And he like takes a bite. It's very good. Thank you.
Okay. Does that thing where you stare? Like,
Yeah.
What do you think?
Just waiting for him to stop chewing. Uh-huh.
Okay. I well was I oh bye.
It's okay. Everybody
Oh,
everybody
still here.
leaves at the end.
I just also wanted to talk to you because I couldn't help but notice that you look a little sad. And I was wondering if you wanted to talk about it.
I would love an insight roll and a persuasion roll. You can have natural advantage on one of them, and you can pick.
Okay. Give me a moment.
No problem.
Insight and persuasion. Okay, I'll take advantage on the insight roll.
All right. So yeah, this dice retired, fully retired, guys. The choice has been made.
I miss you, dice.
Well, I mean,
being
I
on
might
you
need to
guys.
retire these two as well because that was trash.
Fully retired. New dice.
Well, it's a 10 on the insight.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll do persuasion. Okay, there we go. It's a 24 on persuasion, though.
There you go.
Yeah.
You try to read him, and after you tell him he looked sad, it seems that he can't really keep up the persona he was sort of putting forward. And he looks to you, and then he looks around. Sure. Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah? Awesome. Okay. Well, I have there's this really good bench outside of my mural temple. If you want to sit on that one. Or we could go to the well. It's nice too.
Drop
Wait, what?
Drop it.
Whichever, your choice.
Let's go to the temple then. The mural. It's Lady Satyr will help us there. So I think that's best.
Okay. Both of you start to make your way over to the mural. You get there. There's some hustle and bustle currently outside of Island Life and inside. People have come here after the match, kind of splitting between here and the inn, and just partying wherever they kind of want to. This has definitely been given as an excuse for we're all going to have fun for like a week now, and we're going to do it again. So that's the current situation. And the thing is, it's not like you're very alone there, but it's kind of like that alone when you're at an event and it's like nobody knows I'm here. And it's that sort of alone, surrounded by people, but very much by yourselves. And you both go and sit on the bench next to this mural that you painted on Island Life. And Alex sits down sort of awkwardly next to you and just kind of fidgets a little bit.
Yeah, well, I know that sometimes, I mean, you pretty much, you recently got a lot of stuff to do now, being a chief and all, and I know that Nana kind of had the same thing. She's got a lot more to do now, and so does Hertha, and I can imagine that'd be pretty tough. It's just, it seems like maybe the results of that match or something, but I was just wondering, well, you seemed pretty down about it. Is there something I could help you with or to talk about? Like Lady Satyr is really good at helping people figure out the right direction to take, and so maybe I could help out with that.
I really appreciate it. I do. I've been Not in title, but in purpose. I have been chief for a long time. So that has not truly changed for me. I had no bets in the fight. I know your secret. Can you keep mine?
Yeah?
He wasn't well. He was a warrior, strong, very capable.
Well, I know we fought him. He was very strong.
I asked Dagwood on many occasions to assist me in helping him.
Mhm.
That whatever needed doing, I would do it. And she denied me every time and said she would not, said she could not. There was nothing she could do. Sometime after you all left, I went to her again and I asked for her help to help him
Mhm.
in a different way.
How so?
If he had the choice, he would have died in battle or, choking on a large turkey leg bone at dinner or something of the like, something like that. And that was not what he was going to get ever. That was long past. And he leans in close. I wanted to give him some decency.
Hmm.
And I gave it to him.
I see.
So I picked a path that is already chosen, and is it right? I don't know. I don't know. He deserved better, but I gave him what I could.
This was very difficult, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know, sometimes we need to make really difficult sacrifices to get to the right path, and that's what my lady Satyr says. People need to make sacrifices. And I think that considering that and considering how well you know him, I think you made the right one. Even though it might not feel like it. No sacrifice is ever easy or feels good. But it has to be done.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I appreciate you listening.
I appreciate you telling me all of that. I like to help, and sometimes it's hard to ask.
If you ever need anything, I'll do what I can.
Sokka's gonna reach into one of her dress pockets and pull out one of the numerous Lady Satyr symbol necklaces that is in there, and just kind of take his hand and place it in. You just you look to her if you need any more help with the paths. But I think you've already made the sacrifice that she requires to gain her guidance. I think she'll help you.
Thank you. I think I need to be alone for a while. He looks to you and he nods and he quickly tries to compose himself. And he gets up and starts to make his way away from island life.
When I place the Lady Sata symbol in his hands, can I have can I cast guidance on him?
Sure. And there is a tiny piece of holy magic that comes with the necklace. A moment of warmth and comfort.
Good.
And you kind of watch him go. And then somebody plops down on the bench next to you. Have you ever tried a pineapple before?
I've had apples, and I tried the pine tree sap, but Fen told me that you're not supposed to eat it. Just straight out. You're supposed to do a bunch of stuff to it first. So I don't know if putting the two together would really be that great.
Let me show you a fucking thing. Eagle has just a bowl of this chopped yellow fruit. Now, I was saving it for Roshan to get here, but he did not come say hello. So it's you and I.
Oh, all right. Take one. Oh, it's sour. Oh, now it's not. Wow, that's crazy.
Truly is a miracle of the island.
Wow, I need to go to this island. Is there other ones too? Like birch apple or oak apple?
Well, it took me too much time to get this fucking pineapple, I'll tell you that much. But yeah. I do have some other fruits in tow. It was going to be a special gift, but I got bored and I wanted to eat pineapple. So at least we're eating one of them. And you see that his hair is still partially not braided, and it looks like he brought with him a wooden wide tooth comb with a long point at the end. And while he sits next to you, he continues to fix his hair into braids. And Miss Saga, while I'm here speaking to you, I'm going to give you a word of advice. Because you seem like someone who continues to learn and better themselves.
Yes.
Of course. I would give you the word of advice. Let's go back in time just a moment. We're sitting in the hot pool. If you are going to inform somebody that you are not interested in them, don't pick a physical trait.
Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say sorry about that. I think I misunderstood some things and then I panicked. I apologize. That was rude.
I mean, certainly was rude, but apology fully accepted.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you were aware, because honestly, if you had said you blew us up, not interested, that would have made a lot of sense to me.
Oh no, that's fine. It was your job. I don't feel any. It's fine. But yeah, maybe that might have been. Okay, I'll try to think of something else.
He is watching you. You really just set stuff water off a duck's back. Just push through, no problem.
Well, yeah. You gotta continue on the path. You gotta keep moving forward. You gotta follow the prophecy. Why look back?
Why look back indeed?
Oh,
I think that's a good motto.
I'm gonna grab the. I still have probably a little bit of that gold thread that I used for Roshan's cloak, and I'm gonna hand it to him. You could probably add that to your braid. I think it would look really cute, and then you guys would match. By the way, and also, again, sorry about insulting you to your face.
Understood. Appreciated. I could give you one more pass, I think. And he goes and starts putting the thread into his braid. Matching. Very cute.
Yeah.
Very domestic. And he sits next to you and braids his hair while eating pineapple, fully seemingly to have forgiven you for insulting him about his race to his face. God.
That was pretty bad.
The whole tiefling thing? Sorry, it's just not my cup of tea, buddy. Keep walking. So you two are there. Aggressive pan over back to the inn, which has Roshan already started working, and then the totem bursts in through the door. The totem of Gorbjorn Tordrek, who is here to drink and have a good time, just like everybody else. Yeah, you guys just having a good time? Is that the goal, the dream?
When Roshan brings the first drink to Tordrick, hopefully it's not super busy in there yet, but
Yeah.
he'll say, I think tomorrow when you're giving the benediction, we should lead with the spiritual cleansing to not give any chance for somebody to not be blessed.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that. What time?
What time's the treaty signing?
So they are going in to start signing this treaty at sunrise.
Okay.
And you do not know how long it's going to last. It may last 5 minutes. It may last 5 hours.
Roshan will just say shortly after sunrise then. I know that's early.
We just get, somehow the door's locked, they can't get in, and I do my thing real quick.
No, I think when they come out, they should come out. They should exit as a group and.
All right. Yeah. That gives us a lot of time, Gorbjorn. And he pulls out 5 coins of gold. And he's whiskey.
Displays the coins out in front of Roshan.
These will keep you drinking all night.
And
Put Tordrick on the bar.
yes.
Oh, wait. Don't let me down, Prince Gorbjorn, because he's still in his book.
Yeah. Prince Gorbjorn. Roshan gives you drinks, and as you all start to drink, more people do start to come in. Roshan, and as you're pouring drinks, it's very subtle. Like you, somebody asks for a whiskey, you're giving Tordrick one. And just out of the corner of your eye, you just watch as one other whiskey glass just nudges closer, is pushed next to you where you were pouring.
Who's it attached to?
Nobody you're looking at. Nobody you can see.
What?
Squints. Everyone squints.
I'll just ask out loud, who might this be for?
I think we should live a little.
Can I have wolf eyes? Or am I busy?
Roll perception to see if you even roll with disadvantage to see if you even know this is going on.
5 and a
Probably
6.
like
No,
no, he's too busy with the beer. Much too busy with the beer.
the whiskey.
Oh, that's right, the whiskey.
Is this a voice I recognize?
Oh yeah,
or-
this is the shadow.
Oh. Roshan will fill it and give it to Gorbjorn.
Sweet.
I will take this. This is awesome. Where do they come from?
And do his best for the rest of the night to just ignore the shadow.
Told me to come talk to him and not stare wistfully into the distance, and now you're trying to talk to somebody. How are you doing? Go away, I'm working.
Later.
Time and place.
Talk to me when I'm not busy.
Yeah. Don't come find me at my work job. I can't leave.
Have some decorum, weird shadow.
Seriously. Be kinder than the assholes who ride around in mark carts and hit on cashiers.
Is there an urgency to your question? If no, fuck off.
Yes.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Somebody doesn't want magic.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Anything before the sun comes up, everybody.
Yes.
Long rest, please.
Oh,
I mean,
sure
yes,
hope so.
100% long rest. Yeah. Aside from that, that night before the sun comes up, Nana wants to go to Saga, and I would say probably Fen encourages her in that direction if he doesn't accompany her straight up.
Fen would accompany.
And Nana would say to Saga, Saga, before we bed down for the night, I wanted to talk with you about Gulveig.
Oh, okay.
I know that we were working off of the theory that once the ritual was complete, then perhaps Gulveig's presence would be known again. But I tried a couple of nights ago to reach out to her, and I felt good about the attempt, Saga. I really did. I tried exactly as you told me to. I looked into the candle. I was in a good focused state of just sort of receptibility like you had told me to be, and it felt to me like if there was someone there to talk, I would have heard them. And I didn't.
Oh.
So, I don't want to be disingenuous with this. I know that your tincture is a sacred relic of your lady, and I wouldn't ask if my need wasn't great, but this worries me. I'm afraid what this may mean, you know?
So, you want to try to get a vision?
Yes. I think if anyone would have a clear sight on what's happening here and at least give me some direction to move in, I suspect your lady would be it. But I don't mean to come to her only when I am in dire need. I would not want to disrespect her gifts.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited that you're interested in joining Lady Satyr and everything. That's really, really, really cool. Well, Lady Satyr's like her goals are to help people find their way and find and find the right path and help in their journey, and that's what the prophecies are for. They give you instructions on where to go and what to do. And it sounds like you're thinking maybe you're lost, and so that would fit really well. I'll just say,
Yes?
I've talked to her a lot recently, and she's been talking a lot about having to make a sacrifice to be worthy. And no, I'm not saying that you haven't done anything, It's just like you might need to put in some effort with her if you want her to give you the path.
All right.
But
Okay.
I think that you can use the eye drops at least to talk to her and to request her help and see if she's willing.
I would appreciate that much. That would be much more certainty than I've had in some time. It would do my mind much good.
Mm-hmm. You've been helping me for a while. I think she'd be all right with it.
Oh, thank you, Saga. It's been a joy to help you.
Saga, can I try to go with her? To see if the visions are the same, or if we each get independent visions.
Oh, it's always independent visions. Yes. Because
Even if
everybody's path
someone's
is different.
seeing her at the same time.
Oh, well, at the same time.
I just
Well,
don't want Mama to have to go through this alone. It was quite scary for me when I did it. It was honestly terrifying. And I just think it couldn't hurt to have two sets of eyes on it if possible.
Oh, all right. Sure. Well, I mean, same thing that I said to Nana, like, effort and make sure you help her and when we have the chance to go to the temple, at least the mural,
At the very
give her
least.
give her a little offering or something.
Whatever you think would be best.
All right, cool. Well, man, I wish we could go to the temple. Oh, that's all right. Well, we'll just go to the mural, or yeah, we'll go to the mural.
All right. Is there a sort of a little off to one side sort of nook or something outside the line of everybody's sight? I'm a little uncomfortable taking eye tincture in the middle of the village square.
I guess so. Well, we could go to the well. There's water there, and I think that would help as well. Well,
Go to your house.
we could, yes, but go Bjorn. But
He
we
just
need to-
rolls up from behind.
that's probably what happened. Yes. Well, it's best to be somewhere where she can connect to us. And recently, she's been connecting a lot with the Nine Sisters and water. And I think that'll be good to be by the well. Maybe we should bring Tordrick. Maybe he can help out.
If we can pull him away from his drinking.
Oh shoot! Yeah, they're probably busy. I don't know if we
Quite
should
deep in their
disturb them.
cups. We could peek in. If they seem to be too busy, then we can just go on our way.
He could just give his little blessing that he did, like for Faerun, just the foam.
I would be very much obliged for any blessing I can get.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Have you tried pineapple? Keep walking.
Those
What
walking
is a
gang.
pineapple? I've heard of pine trees. They don't grow apples, they grow cones.
That's what I said. Almost.
And with that, we are going to take our 10-minute break.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for being here with us on this day, the day of our anniversary. We will be
Happy
back
anniversary.
in 10 minutes. And I think there's some things to do. So we'll get back to that in 10 minutes.
Thank you,
See
Ted.
you guys then. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 52 of On the Backs of Gods, which is our anniversary. We have been doing this for a year now, which honestly, great time. Happy to keep doing it. Happy to have you guys here watching. But we left off after the competition, the fight. Half of the party sort of split in their own directions, this time not in such a deadly situation, just more casual. Couple people went after Gaza to speak about Freyroon, and she stated that, yes, Freyroon has changed, but it is what Leminder needs, and she is loyal to Leminder. Saga went and talked to Alec after giving everybody a bunch of cookies, and he hinted at the fact of a deed he may have done with good intention, but just does not feel like it was good. Roshan had a conversation with the Shadow, saying vaguely what it wanted and saying that it vaguely knew what Roshan wanted. And then Roshan went to work and then ignored the Shadow, and the Shadow is like, we should party.
So like Persona.
It's just like Morgani's like, hey, dude, you gotta like go to bed. You can't go out right now. The Shadow's just like, no, it's bedtime. We're gonna have a sleep schedule again. 3 meals a day and a sleep schedule. We're getting
In this economy.
Yeah, right?
Shadow, you think some people go to drink and have a good time, celebrate their win. And 3 people are certainly now going on an adventure, a spiritual journey, perhaps. Saga, Nana, and Fen are currently on their way out to possibly tandem eye drops. Unsure of how it'll go, but they're like, we should try it out. You haven't tried it out. Somebody should.
Yeah, why not? For science!
For science.
And theology.
Or
I
Arcana.
guess, yeah.
Magic. You
For
all
magic
tried it out.
science.
Is there anything before you go to the well?
Stop by, see if Tordrick's too busy for a blessing.
I will say you walk in and Tordrick, tell me what happens if somebody walks in and sees you after a few couple hours in the inn.
Oh, Tordrick is telling everyone about the great match that just happened that they all seen already. They've heard a million times. He just keeps bringing it up every sip. Oh, Gorbjorn, you did this, you did that. This was amazing. Blah, blah, blah. He's going crazy, standing on the counter there at the bar.
Yeah, you see him on the bar, loudly recounting what had happened earlier to patrons who are intensely listening. They are fully in.
He does seem rather busy. Perhaps maybe Lady Seda would be content to bless our undertaking tonight. What do you think, Saga?
Yes, that's all right. I think this is his own kind of ritual for the ladies, so I wouldn't want to stop it.
I certainly would not either.
Does Tordrick see the ladies come in?
Roll perception with disadvantage.
Cause you drunk, boy, and you telling a story.
She ain't drunk yet. Come on.
2
hours.
Drunk.
There ain't no
fair
way.
enough. Oh, I'm
There ain't
sorry.
no way.
I'm
What
so
did you get?
sorry.
It's all right. I've been accused before.
What'd you get?
Oh gosh, a 7 or 10 with bonus.
Yeah,
Disadvantage.
10's my low.
10.
these people that are in front of you and Gorbjorn are your main focus.
Mm.
Anything past that is slightly a blur. But you have the attention of your crowd. Sadly, you don't see the quiet 3 enter. So they are able to slip in and out if they would like to.
We can always come back by later. Perhaps he'll be done telling stories and we can talk with him about what we find.
The day that Tordrick is done telling stories is the day that you put me in the ground.
I sincerely doubt that day will ever come at this rate, my friend. But
Remember
come.
that time you fell in a spike trap, though? Like, what if that happens again?
I would
Honestly,
rather not.
I'm a little bitter about that. I think that I should be able to travel and be aware of my surroundings due to certain ranger bonuses, but that's fine. Sometimes we fall
Somebody,
in
I'm making a note of that. Is Sassy
Nana does not
More pit
participate
traps.
in the sassing. Nana notably does not participate in any of the friendly ribbing about the pit traps, and she doesn't look sour about it. She looks kind of sick to her stomach.
all right? It's a
Georgie
note
starts singing a
now.
song.
More sassy.
Yeah!
All right, it's canon now.
God
More
damn it! No!
That is what it is.
Oh, Nana is going to be so traumatized.
I love it.
So you guys are making your way to the well.
Yep.
Okay. 3 of you at the well. What do we do?
Yes. Okay. So, did you bring anything for her?
Well, I've got not very much more than what I've got on me, although I was able to get this. And she pulls out a small rabbit's foot, just a little talisman from a very old hunt. The fur's held together quite well, but it's obviously a little bit old, a little bit threadbare on some of the parts where maybe it had been, just brushed with a finger absent-mindedly while thinking. This used to help me to think my way through things when I was younger, and it brought me some comfort, and I thought perhaps maybe it might be pleasing.
Good. Since you can't, since you haven't had time or you don't know how to do, or there's no larger sacrifice, I think this will do as a smaller one, probably.
Okay.
I'd say throw it in the well, but I don't know if I want to do that to the town's drinking water.
Oh, yes,
So,
no. Would
maybe
would
just,
setting it by the mural be sufficient, or?
Oh, yeah. Run back over there.
All right. Runs over there, puts it by the foot of the mural, gives a bow, comes running back over to the well. Yes. All right. Done that. Next.
Okay. Fen?
Oh,
Maybe we should have done yours while she was running.
Fen is going to very reverently take the last of the bear claws that he has from that poor unfortunate bear in Hoigercliff that we killed, and lay them down next to Nana's offering. Best to be rid of these. Return them to Lady Seda and to Midgard, to the earth. I'm ready when you are, Saga.
Yes. All right. Both of you sit down on, maybe sit down with your back on the floor with your back to the well, so if you get a little woozy, you don't fall into the well, because I don't want to have to try to pull you out of there.
Oh, certainly not. That would be terrible.
Yeah. So sit down.
All right.
And then I'm going to
Crisscross applesauce.
Yes. And then I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Emboldening Bond on both of them.
Yay!
And then I'm going to take my do I have I'm going to do that too. Yes. I'm going to cast emboldening bond on both of them. And then, just since Fen said that it scared him last time, I'm going to twin spell heroism and put that on both of them as well.
Ah, how nice.
What are the effects of heroism?
You're immune to fear.
Oh.
And you gain some temporary hit points. So I don't know if that's necessary to add those, but I'll tell you anyway.
How many? Because I need them right now in case something bad happens.
While we're under, in case the dream tries to kill us.
It's my spellcasting ability modifier, so that is 4.
4 temporary hit points. Thank you.
Sweet.
So that is a first level spell. So I'm just gonna quickly roll a wild magic surge really quick. Just a small one.
Just little wild magic.
We're fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Good.
What about the emboldening bond?
That is a cleric ability from my god, so I don't need
Nice.
2 for that.
Oh.
Wait, do I? I don't think so. It's a channel divinity.
Yeah, if it's things like an ability, you're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Only if it has one of them spell slots.
And
do I-
what is
Okay.
the modifier for emboldening bond? Is that advantage or is that a certain dice roll?
You get an extra D4 on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. So, and then last but not least, I'm going to slam my fog staff on the ground and cast a whole bunch of fog everywhere, just to like give us some privacy and like make it all
Oh.
dreamscape like,
Ooh.
just for pizzazz.
Yeah.
I love
I'm
Saga
feeling
so
it.
much.
I'm feeling it. I love this.
Got to get the mood going. So
All right. Nana's not sure if she's here for it, but she's trying to relax, trying to be like, okay, Saga knows what she's doing. It's fine.
this is the first time Saga's done like a whole thing for like 2 people. This is a big deal. So all right, Fen, you know how to do it. Nana, it's just this,
Mhm.
and you just into both eyes. But since you guys are doing it together, maybe if it's all right, could I do it for you? And then
Certainly.
it'll be more quick.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
You're doing great, Saga.
Thank you.
Thank you for this, Saga. Really.
All right. The emboldening bond went on myself too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand up straight and tell them, all right, open your eyes and look up.
All right.
And then I'm going to boop, 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 boop.
Ah. Oh.
Who's first?
Oh.
Who did you do first, Saga?
Nana.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh, I love the prop work.
I have some too, but you can't see them because my video is shitty.
I will use my mind palace.
The eye drops are placed into your eyes, one after the other. And your vision was already obscured because of the fog, the surrounding area. You couldn't see. If you put your hands up in front of you, you can see them. You can see your hands on your thighs. And that's as far as you could see. And then you can't see anything. Darkness fully covers your eyes. You can feel, Nana, that your eyes are still open, but you cannot see anything. Bless you.
It's all dark. Is this normal?
It's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
You'll see the path.
Okay.
I'll hold their hands.
Okay. Not like they could do anything about it, because after their vision goes, their bodies tense into place. You no longer have the ability to keep moving or talking. You are just stuck there, and you can feel Saga's hands and the warmth from them. And then you feel that start to fade. Now I'm going to describe something to both of you. And I am not asking for an answer out loud. I would like you to send it to me in the chat. I do not want you influencing each other.
Oh, private.
So, Fen, you're used to this sensation. You've had it once before. Getting used to it, I would say, is weird. It's definitely not used to it, but you know of it. And it is the feeling of something, as I had stated before, a fish on a line, a fox caught in a trap, both actively, this sensation in your mind trying to pull away from you, trying to push away as your minds are pulling it inwards. Now, you do not feel each other. Both of you feel this sensation. I would like you to message me. Do you pull it in, or do you let it go?
while this is going, I'm just like sitting crisscross applesauce in front of them and holding their hands, and I'm just gonna like kind of talk quietly to them and to Lady Satyr, and just talk about like how they really need some guidance and they just want someone to help them through, and they're willing to make sacrifices.
And for the people messaging me, it's just, do you let it leave or do you pull it in? That is all. No other statements. I have nothing else to give. Only this. This one question first. Okay. Both of you pull aggressively against this force. It is an animal trying to get away. And both of you decide that's not going to happen. Fen, that headache returns, that sharp pain in the side of your head from the first time you did the drops. And it is just, you can hear a woman's voice it just sounds like murmuring in the distance, and it's discombobulating as it's almost like echoing off the corners of your mind like a labyrinth. This woman's murmuring. And Nana, you feel the same thing. Who to talk to first? What if I was just like, thanks everybody, thanks for watching. And I just did that. Saga, I'd love you to roll a religion check or an insight check, please. You know what? You can do both if you're feeling it, honestly.
Ooh.
Could I really? Wow.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have that. I need to get rid of that. All right. Okay. I am going to give myself advantage on the religion check with my Tides of Chaos.
Okay.
Tides of Chaos.
I'm going to do that one first. Okay. That's a 14 for the religion.
Okay.
And I get a D4 because of the emboldening bond.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15. And then the insight check. Why? Oh, it's so good. Okay, and then that insight check is a dirty 20.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say also, Nana, when you pull this thing in very aggressively, just the feeling of a cornered animal that you have to reel in. Once it is to you, there is a weird heaviness in the back of your skull. And if you thought you could move, if you had a body, that you would just be pulled backwards deep into the earth, unending, just so heavy. But you can't. You're stuck in place. Saga, they look like they're in pain.
Mm-hmm.
They look physically pained. And you remembered last time that Fen seemed very startled and didn't seem to do well with the drops. And both of them just look like it's a painful experience. And you have done these drops many a time, and it has never hurt once. Not even a little bit.
Did it hurt when Broggy did them?
He did not say anything about it hurting.
And I don't recall him having any effect on, like, any reaction.
I would let you roll intelligence.
Okay. And it was a 21 on the inside. I miscalculated.
Cool.
7.
No.
You, it is such a distant memory, and you remember it fondly.
I was just so excited.
Yeah,
All right.
probably fine. He didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's probably all right. I'm just going to, I'm not going to drop the heroism. So I might just, I can still cast spells when I'm concentrating, right? Yeah.
I don't think it worked like that. Yes, it does. Never mind. Sorry.
Yes, it does.
I'm thinking
Yes, it
too
does.
hard right now.
Yeah,
There's just
it's
too much
okay.
whirring in here. Yes, you're correct.
Then I might, just to make sure that they feel a little better, just to calm them down a little bit, I'm gonna twin spell, cure wounds while I'm holding both their hands, and then and do that.
Okay.
Aw.
How
Should
much
I
do they heal
roll?
for?
Okay. D8. I'll roll 1, and that'll be for both of them, because that makes sense.
If it's 20.
Well, maybe I should have rolled twice.
Hmm.
What do they both get?
6.
Okay.
That's not bad.
They both heal for 6. And Saga, I would love you to roll on that wild magic surge chart, please.
Okay. Oh,
if you
I need
have it
to. I
at
need
the
to
ready.
roll. I also need to roll just to see if I surge from casting cure wounds as well.
Ooh, love it. Love to see it.
Okay, what was my thing at? No, okay. It was because we were doing by numbered.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 10, and that probably isn't it, but it goes up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I have it in my notes. Let me see.
No problem. I just want to see if we blow anything up,
Oh no.
Nothing yet. No blowing up yet, but I do need to roll on the table for that thing that you said, so I'll do that.
Perfect.
Okay.
And if you could send it to me, I'd be appreciative.
Give me... Okay.
They're still reeling in them fish. They're fine. They can wait.
Just groaning quietly under their breath.
Fishing is such a painful... Whoa, I rolled... Okay. Ooh, this is gonna make things funky for them.
What?
I love to see it.
What?
Perfect. 10 out of 10. Thank you. I'll talk about that when I need to talk about that. Cool.
Somebody wants a sober Tordrick up.
You can't talk. You're hallucinating.
Nobody can talk when they're hallucinating.
I've been around many people who's hallucinating, and they can talk.
Not these people.
Not these here.
And who says it's a hallucination?
Mm.
These are the things we have to ponder.
Hmm.
Both of you pull this in, and Fen, it is that cacophony of this woman's voice in your head, bouncing off the corridors, and like with each hit, it is physical. It is a physical sensation in your mind. This woman just being in there, and she's a god. She doesn't fit. And it feels like it is trying to break down the walls of this labyrinth as it moves through your mind.
Oh, jeez. This is all cluttered. Let's Marie Kondo this shit.
This doesn't
Oh,
spark
please no.
joy. Break the skull open.
None of this part.
Nothing in here sparks joy.
And you hear one phrase stick out amongst the murmuring, the crunching of your mind being broken outwards. What do you think you are owed? And that phrase just slams into the corner of your mind over and over and over. And then you see on a road an old, sick horse slowly meandering forward. And as it pulls its feet up, the grass, like that deer you had seen, the one with 2 heads, it pulls its foot up, and you watch as grass is stuck in the hooves, and it pulls it up, struggling to take steps forward. And you see upon its back a beautiful, uninjured, almost shining, a beacon that fully just starts to block out this horse in your vision. Atop its back is an eagle, and it spreads its wings outwards, and it screams, and it is a woman's scream. It is Lady Sator's scream as his wings spread, and you are knocked aggressively out of your thoughts. You are brought back into the world, just reeling. The pain snaps, it reaches its height, and then you are back in existence. Now, at the same time, Nana.
Yeah.
It is complete darkness and that sensation that you should be falling. It's like on the edge of a precipice, yet you don't lose your balance. It's just right on the verge. And you can see something. You start to see far ahead of you. It is a large woman's head. It looks like it is composed of rock and bone. You see the occasional shift around it. It is an unsteady image in the darkness. You cannot make out the details, and it's hard to keep eye contact with it. It is enormous. And you stare forward at it, unable to do anything else, stuck in this position. Haunted daughter, what do I owe you?
Oh, nothing. I only ask for... Please. Only a little guidance. I humbly ask it. I know I may yet have not earned it. But I will. I will do what it takes.
You do not want to make my sacrifice. No one does.
What is your sacrifice? What would you ask?
What I seek, you have no need to give me. And yet you come in and you pull and you take. They keep taking. I am no well.
No, lady, you are not. I'm sorry. I did not mean to cause offense.
I will give you this chance. Your mind is clear. Sacrifice could come from you, but I do not request it and do not want it. You do not want it. I ask you to let go of me.
Yes.
For you.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
And Nana, you still feel you could pull this thing fully into your mind, or you could let it go.
I will listen to Lady Sator's instruction. I will let it go.
This is for the best.
Yes.
Do not seek me. It is sorrow. And you fully fall backwards as the weight of your mind pulls you back into the abyss. And you snap back into reality. Both of you coming out about the same time and surrounded by fog, just brains thrumming aggressively. You see Saga in front of you holding your hands, and you also see Saga in front of you holding your hands. There are two Sagas in front of you, both of them holding your hands.
Huh?
Just
There's
two
actually
Sagas.
4 of us.
Huh?
Oh, hell yeah. There are 4 Sagas. Even better. There are 4 Sagas staring at all of you.
I've never seen quadruple before.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm
Yeah,
seeing
just
4
stop
of you. I'm seeing 4 of you. I can't. I don't.
You look around. Oh,
This is a bit much to take.
Oh,
On a normal day, I'd be thankful for all this positivity, but Saga, what's going on? Sagas, what's going on?
I think that Lady Satyr granted me extra help because you guys looked like you were hurting. Maybe? I'm not really sure. You know how it is. Are you alright?
I don't believe Lady Satyr's blessings are for us as they are for you, Saga.
I was kind of worried about this. Last time she was talking about sacrifice so much, and then I thought maybe just a small one would be okay, but I think she kind of is like the kind of person that likes like the bigger stuff, the big gestures.
She told
Yeah.
me explicitly it was not a sacrifice she asked of me,
Oh,
and that I would not want to give. I'm sorry,
gonna-
Saga.
oh
She
no.
asked me a lot of questions and then didn't wait for my answer.
Oh. It was different? Oh, that's cool.
I didn't see Fen.
I didn't see Nana.
So she talked to you, Nana? And you saw her? Or you heard her?
I saw her. She looked like a face of stone and bone and...
Oh. I've never seen her like that.
That is how she appeared to me. She was shrouded in darkness. I could almost not make her out. I couldn't approach, couldn't leave. Her voice was everywhere, and it weighed on me so heavy. I'm sorry, Saga.
Well, I'm sorry that it didn't go the way you hoped it would. But I'm gonna need to apologize to her too. Ooh.
I'm sorry for troubling your lady and for perhaps getting you in trouble with her.
That's all right. I mean, I got to experiment. I've never had anyone else be so interested in following her before. She probably understands that. It'll be fine. What did you see, Fen?
I saw another vision. It was...
Ooh.
I'm not sure what to make of it.
What did you see?
I don't want to speak it. I don't know what... The last time it didn't go very well. So this time I'm just going to try to see where it takes me. And ponder on my answers to her questions before I give one. Maybe it's best she expelled me before I could speak.
Well,
So I'll wait and not let what I saw influence what we do.
well, it's gonna come true.
That might be so. It came true last time, but
They always
it
do.
made things much worse having seen it and not known what to do with it.
I guess I don't know. I mean, I never know what to do with them, but they always come true, and I always, whether they're good or bad. Yeah.
Saga, I almost made things very bad for my dearest friend the last time. And I lack the wisdom to know what to do with these visions. So I'm going to hold on to this one and try to act more prudently this time.
I'm starting to think that the visions might not be for other people.
It might be so. We don't know yet, though. How did Bragi take to his vision when you showed him one?
Oh, I think it went really well. I think that he saw a whole bunch of stuff, and he told me some. He didn't tell me exactly what he saw, but he gave me a warning. I think at one point, just to watch out for a thing. And then he went.
Has that thing come to pass by any chance?
No, not yet. I'm sure it's pretty far into the future because he's still doing his. I bet he's got a lot to do. Oh, I wonder if he sent me another letter since then, since I sent that one.
we should check with the post office, no?
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, though.
We've got things to do very early in the morning, so
Oh,
I
that is
advise we get to sleep
Yes.
and fetch up the rest of our party and make sure they get a good night's sleep as well.
All right.
Something I wanted to ask the two of you before we part. Fen, I
The
mentioned
five of
this.
us.
Well, yes, certainly. Fen, I mentioned this before, but Saga, the other night when I was trying to reach out to Golvaig, I caught sight of some sort of figure in my room. It vanished when I went to go looking for it. I could find no trace of it, no footprints, no nothing. Does Lady Sada ever appear in the world that way when you seek her?
No. Never. I've only heard her or seen her in visions. That's all. That might be a really good thing though. Maybe Golveg is just shy, and she was like, "Oh, I want to see what Nana's up to, but oh no, I don't want her to like see me."
I love your boundless optimism and your unfailing ability to see the very best in every situation, Saga.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And thank you for all of this, for all the trouble. Thank you. And Nana will kind of reach over and give Saga a hug.
You go through
We all hug you.
one Saga. It is not the correct one. You eventually can find her, though.
Oh, no. Oh.
And then the other sagas begin to fade as a minute has passed. And then we're just down to one saga again.
That was uncanny.
All we ever needed.
Yes.
So
Never
I'm
say
going
no to
to ask a question. Is there anything that needs to happen before the sun comes up?
Not for me.
We don't need to do anything for too long, but Saga just really needs to, like, after they go, she's gonna stay by the well and keep the fog cloud up. And she's gonna spend like at least an hour, maybe a little more, just kind of talking to Lady Satyr and apologizing and explaining why she did it, and just asking if there's like an interview she should do first if she ever does it again, or if she should never do it again, and trying to figure some things out.
Yeah. Roll religion.
Okay. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos again.
Good.
Do it, girl.
More sagas.
No!
Yes. Oh, good. Okay, I rolled a 2 and a nat 20.
Ooh.
Not 20.
Yeah, so that is 20.
That's interesting, because what I was going to tell the group, especially my religious friends here, is that from now on, religion stuff's going to be just a wee bit harder, especially if you want some, words stated at you. Chilling at usually the DC 20 and 25, depending on the questions. But DC 20 has been hit.
I do I have emboldened? No, that I told them to leave. I don't have emboldening bond. It's just 20.
They wander out into the fog and they're gone. You stay. You think. And you ask her if you've done something wrong. Is there more that you should do? Is there a screening process? What do I need to do to serve you better and make this work? And you sit for a while. And you ask your questions, and you wait and you listen. And it's a strange thing being in this fog cloud. You've been in it a few times, but praying in it is a whole nother beast. But it's very isolating. You're very alone here, and it almost just feels like you're somewhere else completely.
I want to just put my dancing lights up So the ones that look like jellyfish, and I'm just gonna kind of sit in it and imagine that I'm underwater with her.
You intensify the atmosphere. And you think back on the moments where you could feel her most with you. And it is a murmuring, tired voice. Sorrow, daughter.
Hello.
You continue to bring these people to me, and they have not given what you have.
I thought that maybe, I mean, other people who have gods always try to bring others in. I thought that maybe that was what I was supposed to do. And I don't really remember what I tried. I should. I know. I don't remember what's.
Oh, shh. Sorrow, daughter. Remembering is so hurtful. It will sadden you. It is unnecessary. The prophecies are all that matters.
Yeah.
And they are yours.
Okay.
You earned them.
Okay. I'll be more careful. Yeah. All right. I'm still gonna talk about you, and I'm gonna tell people about you. I won't give the eye drops. I think I know. I apologize for putting you through so much, and thank you for guiding me.
Continue forward, Sorrow, daughter.
I will.
And then you're back in Galunder. And it is just the world around you again, and the wind is starting to blow the fog away. And you're alone, but not as alone as you were a moment ago.
Just gonna take a deep breath, and I'm gonna bring my dancing lights in and give them a big hug. And I'm, it's so nice. It's hard to talk to her.
Guys, did you see that? Like talking to a jellyfish light. Did you see?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go find my friends and go to sleep.
Okay. Anything else? I will say, I don't know what y'all's game plan is, but the seconds are obligated to be there. They have to be at this event.
Yeah. So Nana's going to be there for sure.
It doesn't mean other people can't attempt to show up, but seconds must be there. Anything? Oh, yes, Gorbjorn? You are muted. I think.
My dog was crying earlier. Sorry.
Oh.
So were the questions that the chiefs got to ask the seer, was that tonight or is that tomorrow night?
It's tomorrow night.
Okay. Then I just wanted to spend the time or the night with Agnet. Skip forwarding to pillow talk.
Cute. Yes. That's my shit.
So Gorbjorn has noticed and is curious, but after getting deeper and closer to her, he understands that she's okay with him being an orc. So he wants to finally ask, like, so you've seen other orcs?
Yeah. I mean, there's orcs in towns, half orcs, a lot of half orcs in towns. But you see a lot on the road sometimes.
A lot shooting arrows at you?
She sort of clenches her jaw a little and then relaxes. Yeah, we were doing a transport, moving an important merchant, and I was in front, and I turned because we were joking around. We'd gotten cocky. I turned to say something, and I was hit by a volley. And so was the merchant. And there was nothing I could do. And they took everything.
Where was this attack?
We were escorting this merchant from the capital. We were going to Hoygercliff.
Meta talk. Capital is like southish.
Yeah, capital south, and then, then Hoygercliff way northwest.
Yeah. So I may have run into these orcs already.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only orc in your life?
Oh my god, asking the real questions now.
Yes.
I don't care about other humans. They're puny. So but I'll skip the rest of the pillow talk.
Pillow talk over.
Bedtime, me sleepy, gotta wake up early.
I have to wake up with sun is bad.
Yeah, mood. Same.
She does not press it any further. Is fully happy where it stopped. Is that it from the gallery before the sun doth arrive?
Go ahead, Tordrick. No, go ahead, Tordrick.
Go ahead.
Fen was just gonna bum a place to stay off of Nana again and check on her and see how she was doing. We can judge that. We were just gonna ask, hey, I'm pretty sure the room I'm in is taken up again, and
I can never
That's
return
correct.
to this room.
how did it go with Lady Satyr? And
that was it was a thing. Wasn't really welcoming.
The non-pillow talk. And
yeah, the non-pillow talk.
Judged.
Zhuzh. They catch each other up on their visions, and
unless Fenn's not sharing his.
Yeah, Fenn's gonna stick with what he did before, and
that's fair.
Yeah, he's holding that close because he does not want to influence what happens.
Okay. But you two talk about it. Nana, do you tell him everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, all the details start to finish, near as I can recollect them, and yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I was reading a message. And Tordrick, what would you like to do?
At a certain point, as it gets really late, Tordrick hits that wall because he was really partying too hard last night. So second night in a row, it hits him hard. And as he's fading, he just makes the decision to go over to an empty table and a chair and kind of just lay against that. And he sends off uses the spell of sending to send a message to Saga, and it says, "Young Alkalite, I'm going to need your help tomorrow. I may be a little fuzzy. Meet me at the inn at sunrise. Tordrick.
Cute. Aw,
Yes.
little bounce.
Absolutely.
Cute.
You get an absolutely from Saga. And is that our nighttime activities, boys?
I picture Saga sleeping in Nana's closet again.
And she just goes back into you just hear absolutely from the closet. I will, just a side note, just a little side. Roshan, while you are being escorted, each escort each night has been Eagle. He has not sent anybody else to escort him or escort you to his place. Just been him. While you're walking, he is holding the most insane looking fruit you've ever seen.
Is it a
I know it
gum
looks
fruit?
stupid. This is a passion fruit. And he starts talking it up. It looks terrible. Warning you now. And he pulls out a knife and he starts cutting it while you're talking.
Guts.
Roshan that night is probably uncharacteristically quiet.
Mm-hmm. He takes notice and he fills the silence. He continues talking about things and he's like, okay, this looks terrible. When you get back, he gets some for you on a spoon and it's just the the slimy seeds, just like the green tinted ones. Like, here you go. Eat it, don't look at it. There's not a lot of pineapple left. Most expensive pineapple you're ever gonna fucking eat. And is just continuing to fill the silence and making you eat fruits you've never seen and or heard of before. Some of them good, some of them not. All of them oddly spiky. A lot of oddly spiky and or hairy fruits that you're like, okay, but who did this first? Who decided that this is what we're doing with this kiwi? Who said? But he, in this moment, he does not push the matter. Listen, I'm sure you're going in early tomorrow. Won't keep you up. But I will chop up some fruit. I'll tell you where to find it. So he preps some fruit for the morning.
Aw. Overnight oats.
And I think Roshan probably spends most of the rest of the night in the hot pool, not sleeping.
No.
Gotcha. Eagle does spend a good bit of time working in his office, and occasionally he for most of it he has his door open and occasionally says things to you. But eventually he does wander off to bed because he's an old man and
Adorable.
but sleep does not come easy. But you have to be up early tomorrow and it's gonna suck. If any sleep is had, it's hard to say. And we can talk about that more later, I think. But I would like to get on to the next day real quick. I would love to know, with a show of hands, I don't even need to see Nana because she's obligated to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be like, I'm here at the signing, hello? Who's doing that? Is that the gaggle?
I slept in.
Yeah, Garbeard's like, I gotta be somewhere in the morning, and he's like, just kidding. That sucks.
Tied me up.
I'm a little tied up at the moment. Can't come to the important political meeting. You guys got it. When you arrive,
I imagine that's Agnet's favorite way to miss out on a meeting.
She had seemed to have no intention of showing up. That was not something she ever spoke about doing. So she's also like, I'm not waking up at ass o'clock.
No,
for
that's
a
stupid.
meeting I'm not even gonna probably look at. So she sleeps in too. Happy to do it. Saga, I'm assuming you go get Tordrecht in the morning.
Yes.
Finding him, I'm assuming in that chair that you faded into oblivion in.
I bring him some fruit juice to help him get like a good start on the morning.
Eagle and I
Pineapple
were
juice.
hanging out. We juiced some fruits. We're bros. And whoever gathers outside of the longhouse where this is going to take place. All of you are informed by a Jarlsman that even seconds aren't allowed inside unless requested. So you guys are just going to be sitting outside of the longhouse while this takes place. You see the Jarl is there, chiefs start arriving. All of the Jarlsmen are present. Some giving you this information. The seconds outside that you see include Nadia, a woman you recognize from Aaron Toft as a woman you saw doing a lot of paperwork and was the person who talked to you in the longhouse in Aaron Toft. So kind of a secretary-esque figure that is the second for Alec. You guys didn't ask her name.
Oh no.
Dylan is also there. Valder is there. Nana is there.
Naturally.
And I mean, there's people milling about, but like nobody here strikes you as the second for Olafsveller. And it's not like you had to pick one, but it was suggested by the Jarl. It seems that either they are not present or he didn't want one. Who needs a second anywho? I'm not gonna go punch people. All of you are motioned to some benches where you're welcome to sit and wait, but you cannot come in, and 2 Jarlsmen set up shop at the door and stand there. All of you are outside, ass o'clock. The sun is barely up, and you all are just having to wait. You watch as all of the chiefs arrive and head inside. Nadia sits as far away as she physically can from all of you. And that is the situation currently. If people are trying to listen out, they can go ahead and roll perception checks. But if you're just sitting and waiting casually, no need.
I'll keep an ear out.
17.
Well,
19.
7.
13.
I got a 19.
Okay. So 15 and up, I think that includes Fen and Saga, because Saga cannot be bamboozled and sees and hears everything.
Saga will be denied never.
The perceptionist.
Both of you are trying to casually listen as nonchalantly as possible, just like, I just happen to be able to hear. It's not like you guys are moving over to the door like, oh, hello, Jarlsman, I'm going to stand here. But it's just a wooden building, and it is quiet outside this morning. So it's not too hard to hear the occasional noise inside. You all wait, some small talk is had. The second from Aaron Toft introduces herself to some people. Her name is Halia. So she introduces herself, trying to kind of fill this awkward space with something.
Naturally. Nana will chat with her since she did not get the perception, right?
Yeah. Dylan also shows up, and he sits and he waits sort of uncomfortably. And Saga and Fen, you listen and you can hear murmured speaking inside. Like you can tell people are talking inside. Sounds like multiple people just having a kind of conversation. You make out none of the words. It is just like, okay. And they talk for a while. About an hour passes. Still talking. Occasionally you hear somebody laugh. It just keeps going and talking and talking and talking. And then there is silence. And it is a long, pregnant pause.
Oh boy.
And then those murmured voices get a lot louder. And it sounds like they are arguing. it goes from casual conversation to pregnant pause to loud fighting, as you can hear them starting to yell at each other, people beginning to argue loudly.
No.
And you hear the Jarl's voice reign over it. All of you can probably hear her voice at this point, where she yells, "Enough!" And it just sort of echoes out into the area. And everybody who is talking outside also stops talking. And once again, there is a long silence, followed by murmuring. And you hear the door open to the longhouse.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
You're like, just in case somebody's throwing hands.
Yeah.
I would like to ready
fuck.
an ability.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll on the table for me, Saga. I love it. 10 out of 10. Couldn't have asked for more. What are you preparing, Nana? If you're preparing a spell, I'm one of those assholes who fizzles out after a round, so just keep that in mind.
Why?
No, I was,
Okay.
I was going to use the hunter's sense. If I saw Freyroon coming out of the longhouse, or Nadia... Well, no, Nadia's out here. If I saw Freyroon coming out of the longhouse, I'd like to kind of use hunter's sense to get a look at how she appears.
I'll tell you, the only person who comes out at this time is a Jarlsman.
Okay.
Saga, please
Ready to
please send me a thing if you'd be so kind.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. The door opens
Please
in
tell me
this
it's a
chilling quiet.
Oh.
But
I ignore the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I messed up.
The door opens and it's like very cold. Suddenly the coldness of the outside hits you. All of you feel very cold as this stern-faced Jarlsman steps outside and walks straight up to Nana. Nana Hemming's daughter, you've been called in by the Jarl to answer some questions, if you'd be so kind.
Certainly. I come when I'm asked for. Lead on.
He leads you inside. The two other Jarlsmen close the door behind you, and you are all left bitter cold. And Nana, you go inside. And you are brought into the room where everyone was talking. And you can see the treaty sitting atop the table. You can see that there's already some signatures on it. And you can just see the cacophony of different faces, you know. There are people who look pissed, and there are people who look worried, and just an unsettling air in the room. And no one is talking. And the Jarl sits at the head of the table, and she looks to you. Nana Hemming's daughter, I would like to ask your insight on a matter.
Anything I can do to help my Jarl?
Can I have given her an inspiration when she was asked to go inside?
Yeah, you can do
That would be appreciated.
You might need it.
Please!
The Jarl is staring you down, and you can start to hear the thrum of your heart in your ears. I have asked Hertha, I have asked other chiefs, and now I ask you. Gothia Tumnus refuses to sign the treaty, stating he wishes to step down as chief. He recommends his replacement to be a business owner in your town named Egil. Chief Lawn's daughter, and she motions at Hertha with a nod, says you know him well enough. Is he fit to replace Autumnus as chief? And they all look at you.
Nana will consider this carefully, hands folded at her front. She will think on that and then nod once and say, "Yes, I believe he would be equal to the task."
Hertha then chimes in and looks to the Jarl. As I had stated. And you can just you sense very uncomfortable energy coming from
Gothia Tumnus?
no, Gavi
No?
Autumnus, definitely, but
Mm.
gosh, what the hell is everyone's name? You know, I get us up into a tizzy, and then I'm like, who are Vandiel? Vandiel looks upset. Like he looks mad about the situation, and he turns to the Jarl. I don't know this man. I don't know who he is. And Hertha speaks back up. I've already given you my say on the matter. I think it would work. If Gothia Tumnus does not feel he is up to the task and someone else thinks they are, who am I to state any different? If Gothia Tumnus sees that someone is fit to replace him, I agree with Gothia Tumnus. And you just can see Gothia Tumnus just trying to be as small as possible, as he's sort of shoulders hunched, just trying to be in on himself. And the Jarl looks to you, Nana. Thank you. I request you go sit back outside.
Yes, my Jarl. Nana will bow and will leave.
You are followed by a Jarlsman, and you hear the Jarl say, "Bring me this eagle." And another Jarlsman follows as well. And when you are led outside, you watch that other Jarlsman walk as quickly as a man could possibly walk in the direction of island life.
Oh boy.
And everybody sort of looks to you now outside as they head inside, everybody kind of focusing in on you. And the door closes behind you.
Well, there are some signatures.
Everything all right in there?
We shall see. I believe it's going well enough so far. It seems there are some tensions among some of the chiefs. I hesitate to speak too freely outside the door behind which deliberations are occurring, but I believe all will be clear in not very long at all. Just look where that Jarlsman was heading.
Always gonna take a moment to pray for Lady Seder, right?
He's going to pray, right?
I am certain all will become perfectly clear in not very long at all, Saga.
And
Hey.
that is a true statement.
Nana, Nana, is this a situation where we want to be truthful or do the thing that we'd practiced?
I would advise not speaking very much at all just yet, unless spoken to. Let's try and keep our heads down.
All right, I'll use my best judgment.
Thank you.
And a few moments pass. It's not like he's next door. But eventually you see that Jarlsman returning with Eagle following him in tow.
Speed walking in tandem.
Eagle approaches, big fucking grin on his face. Isaga, Roshan,
Hi.
friends. And he nods to everyone. And he's going to attempt to read your face real quick, Nana.
All right.
That smile widens, and he goes inside.
That makes sense.
And I, with whatever little pitiful ability Fen has, incite his friends.
He said friends
Does he
to
mean
y'all.
that? I know. Does he mean that? Does he think we're friends.
Roll insight.
Absolutely, we are all best friends.
I would like to also give inspiration to Eagle.
I got a 9.
Eagle's a weird one. Maybe he thinks y'all are his friends. Maybe paperwork means friends, and you're like, okay.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, that's all. It was worth a shot.
Yeah.
But
Roshan's giving Eagle inspiration.
yeah, inspiration hits Eagle. He gives a glance right before he steps in, and he gives Roshan a wink. And then
Like
goes
I need
inside,
it.
To which you then hear the conversation pick up quickly.
Oh
As
boy.
people go back into it, and you can hear now one of the murmured voices has a nice southern drawl to it. As they go back and forth, talking and talking and talking. About another hour passes, and you all watch as Gothia Tumnus walks out of the building and keeps walking. Just walks straight out of the longhouse and keeps walking.
Where's he heading?
There's an area where a lot of people had set up tents. It looks like it's probably in that direction that he's heading.
Can I insight him
Sure.
on his way out? Oh, okay. Well, 1.
He doesn't look good. Doesn't look happy.
Mm.
He just seems to quickly be trying to leave the area, and he's an older man, so he's not the fastest, but he's going.
Upset stomach. I can tell.
You're like, I get it.
Yeah.
And then a little more time passes, the awkwardness intensifying.
Oh boy.
You can see Nadia is very tense and uncomfortable, as she just is taking long, slow breaths and just sort of focusing out into the distance, looking at the sky. Deep breaths.
How's she looking?
Roll insight.
Oh shit, that fell off. Insight, huh? 15.
I mean, the obvious one is uncomfortable. She may share the same opinion of not wanting to breathe your air and is focusing on breathing other air. You don't know. She's just, you can't get a good read on her because it looks like she's just mostly focusing on like staying calm and breathing is what it looks like.
Can I get a sense of what she is trying to calm herself down from? Is
No.
it like from anger, from...
Nope.
Okay.
You cannot.
Me big, smooth brain.
Me brain big but smooth.
Yeah.
And as the time passes, awkwardly, occasionally somebody will be like kind of clear their throat at the shift of wood of the bench. Then the door opens, and all of the chiefs come out, accompanied by the Jarl, and they look tired and very done.
Do they look like they did the thing?
The Jarl is holding a scrolled up scroll at their side.
Oh.
I appreciate all of you being here,
Of course.
and I am excited for a new, continued era of peace. And she looks to Tordrick. We have a fully signed contract. I heard you were going to bless us.
Yes.
Lovely.
If
What?
I'm be so honored to do these things.
Freyroon looks at you, Tordrick, staring directly at you. And she straightens up and maintains eye contact with you.
Tordrick asked me to help. I don't know what I should do, but I'm going to stand next to him and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and I'm going to cast guidance just to help him out.
Okay.
He takes out his longer drinking horn that has about half of the horn full of really stale ale at this point.
Oh, God.
He says, "Hold this. It's holy water."
Okay. Oh,
Clears his throat. Closes his hands. Looks straight over at Faerun. gives her the, since she's staring right at him, looks at her for a moment, then turns away, takes a symbol out that he has of the 9 sisters and puts it in his hand. Most esteemed powers that protect and guide us, we are grateful for all that you provide for us daily. May your infinite wisdom, strength, and love continue to move us towards creating a world that all can feel welcome to be themselves and grow. Bless our leaders as well as the simple people of our great communities. Banish the blasphemous cursed souls that haunt the lives and nightmares of the living. In a 30-foot radius, he turns on his head and he goes in.
Oh, I want to use my hunter sense, please. Can I use that on Freyroon?
Sure, go ahead. You do hunter sense. You shout into the air, Tordrick, and this energy bursts out from you. Just this radiant energy as you bless the people and banish those who seek to do ill. And Freyroon has not broken eye contact with you. You see that her hands have clenched fully into fists at her side. And you see that there is a bit of a shake to her as you begin to speak. And then that burst of energy goes out. And you watch as her eyes widen. Dinner plates.
Oh.
A soft sound escapes her lips. Achoo! And you watch as she sneezes. Apologies. That was a beautiful prayer. Thank you, Sir Cleric. And she runs a hand over her sides down the tattoos. It was very beautiful.
Anything out of Nadia?
Nadia seems to be maintaining the same sort of poise. Does not seem as nervous as they were earlier. And after Freyroon speaks, there is just a small smirk at the corner of the mouth. It's been a pleasure. Truly has.
Can I check? Can I Arcana or religion? The tattoos or something. Can I look?
Yeah, sure. You can do
Okay.
either of those.
Okay.
And
Sister.
Nana, re-explain real fast what your ability does. Just real fast.
Hunter's sense allows me to pick a creature I can see within 60 feet. I learn whether that creature's got any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are, if the creature is not hidden from divination magic. I can only use that once per long rest.
You use this on Freyroon. It's weird. Nothing. It's sort of like the front of your vision is like nothing. No immunities, no vulnerabilities. But maybe there are. It's as if wearing an armor that is blocking you from seeing.
Oh.
You cannot see any of these things, but you think something's blocking it.
And with my primeval awareness, can I tell if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fiends, fae, or undead present within 1 mile of you?
Yes, 100%.
Okay,
Ha.
cool.
Ha.
That's all.
I got 16.
16. You've watched this all happen, Saga, and you've heard people talking a lot about a lot of things, and you remember Roshan talking about how they were protection runes.
Mhm.
You think he's right.
Mhm.
You think it's protecting kind of the other way around, though. That it is holding something tightly in and protecting it.
Oh.
I think we all deserve a drink after that. And she
Most
gives a
certainly.
nod to the Jarl. I want a drink. And the Jarl storms ahead, looking a bit agitated, says a quick thank you to Tordrecht and moves on. Eagle goes and saunters up next to Roshan. Well, I have some very exciting news. And that is where we are going to stop for tonight.
Of course.
Thank you all so much for being here with us. We truly appreciate it. We love getting to tell you guys this story, and you can just see the devastation across the group.
Oh!
About it. Thank you all so much for being here. We love having you guys here. At the Dice Cult, we have multiple different shows. Gosh, it's so hard not to say character names sometimes. Frank, can you tell me what's happening on Tuesdays?
Legends of Theia tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. I think the group is going to be doing a bit of a dungeon crawl looking for an artifact. So somebody doesn't have to give up their life to save the planet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It'll be a lot of fun.
I love
Come
a
on
good
by.
dungeon crawl.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sounds fun to me. Bring your own drinks, guys. Bring a drink, have a good time.
BYOD.
And Abby, could you tell me what's happening on Wednesday?
Absolutely. Wednesday, there is the next installment in lovely mini-series Monster of the Week prequel to the first one that we did. I think there's a lot going on right now. There might be a lot of guns. There might be a lot of ghosts. There might be some tentacles involved.
Ooh.
Depending on how you feel about those. They're there, and 7:30 Central Time PM if you want to show up, and we'll see you there.
Misleading
great.
accent there, given the characters.
Yeah, I was just like, it's contagious. You
It
can't
is.
stop.
No.
And if you're interested in something else, because the shows just keep on coming. Every Saturday we have Vampire the Masquerade in the Last Remaining Light. Currently, our coterie is sort of in the process of maybe actually picking a side and maybe ruining a bunch of people's lives in the process. You know, inevitable. It kind of comes down to, is it your life or their lives, or maybe both? So hopefully not us.
Hopefully.
That's the goal.
That'd be nice.
Somebody else's life, meh.
Yeah.
But ours, no. Got to keep those together.
Gotta keep that.
So if you're interested in something a little different, something a little spooky, you can join us on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some vampire fun. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. If you want to
Truly.
keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. On Instagram, we have a lot of pictures, NPCs, player characters, maps, the whole shebang. I know there's some nice, beautiful new pictures that are going to be making their way onto the scene, and I'm very excited to see them.
And how about the new stuff on the Discord, too?
Oh, gosh, if you want to see stuff, I bet we could show it to you on the Discord. If you go to our About page, there should be a link, and you could join us, and maybe we just got some new little emotes of a bunch of very cute people's faces. So if you want to come talk to us and learn more about shows and ask some questions, join us on the Discord, link in the About page. Thank you guys so much. We are here same time, same place every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love getting to tell you guys a story, and we love having you here. So I think it's time to go.
Happy 1 year anniversary, cultist!
Oh, wait, 1 year anniversary! Are you guys having a good time? Happy anniversary!
Oh, I am. I sure
Was that
am.
a good anniversary gift?
Hell yeah, it was, baby!
Yeah, fail the plan.
Yeah!
Thank
No,
you
we
guys
learned.
so much.
We failed, but we
and
learned.
We'll see you next time, and good night.
Fare thee well, cultists.
Night, everyone.